What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chashe Butta, and you are tuned in for another Singlehood to Marriage episode. And y'all, we are gonna get into a wrap up about this Ready to Love saga that they had going on. If you have been watching the show, thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're an existing subscriber, what's up, Singlehood fam? I see you. Singlehood to Marriage fam. What's up? I see you. Okay. There's been a lot going on. I wanted to pop in because the reunion episode is coming up this week. If you like videos about relationships, love, marriage, y'all married folk, you like videos about love and light, you love videos about anything dealing with, like I said, relationships, friendships, interaction, singlehood to marriage. If you're on your singlehood to marriage journey, or maybe you're already married, like I said, y'all married folk, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you rock the bell, and make sure that you click like on this video, y'all. If you like this type of content, click like, okay? All right, so anyway, y'all, this is going to be very impromptu. It's going to be off the dome, so don't judge me. And this video is not to judge anyone. This video is, like I said, it's going to be a wrap up. We're going to, just discuss a couple things. I'm not going to keep you too long. I just want to talk about it before the reunion. And, since your girl is ready to go, let's do it. All right, so the last couple of episodes have been hilarious, y'all. And one thing, I will give my highlights of the last couple of episodes, and we'll talk about who also ended up together and what I really think about it. So let's get into it. Andre took his family, or I think it was his two sisters, his sister and his niece, to meet Jeffrey and to meet Cynthia. Boy, was this funny, because Jeffrey has 3 children. I believe she's like 31. And Cynthia has 2 children. And I forgot Cynthia's age, but I will be putting it on here in the video. So the funniest thing that happened was Andre's sister said, "Okay, Jeffrey, so you have 3 kids and you're what, 31? You sound more like a liability versus an asset." Boy, I'm gonna tell you, y'all, I almost fell out laughing. I mean, honestly, not being mean, but I was like, Andre's sisters, they was with, his sister and his nieces with the smoke. They're like, "We just gonna tell you how it is. We don't see how this makes any sense for Andre." Because Andre doesn't have any children, and they're coming with like a full-fledged family. Now, my thoughts on this is everybody's going to have their own opinion, right? But it's up to you when you're in these situations, because I do believe that children that their father isn't present or whatever the case, I do firmly believe that they deserve a father figure if one can come along. I understand a lot of people are like, "Well, you shouldn't be raising some other man's children," or whatever the case. But come on, y'all. How many times have we seen that? In different ways. Kind of like even on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Different scenario, but Uncle Phil basically helped to raise Will. Will was not his son. Still a form of raising someone else's child because they're not there. So why is it when it comes to real relationships, as far as a man and a woman in a relationship, and one has children and maybe one doesn't, or whatever the case, why do we have such a problem with that? I don't understand that. I feel like if you can, the first step is to raise your own children, men to stay in their children's lives. But you can also have what's called a bonus mom or a bonus dad, and it can be a healthy, conglomerate of people. It takes a village, but then people always have a problem with the village. We don't know what the village may look like. The village may be a mom, a dad, and they may be married and they get divorced or whatever, and then the mom may meet another man that's willing to be there, and maybe the father is there, but they have a bonus dad now, and maybe the father isn't there. It's just, why are we so, I feel like kids need nurturing. They need multiple people to interact with. So as long as you, as a person, an individual, are ready to understand what that really means, that you really have to be present and that they're going to look to you as a parent, and also that you want to be there and you're mentally ready to be there, emotionally, and you're ready to take on the challenge, then who am I to say don't do it? I mean, everybody goes through different things. The world is not perfect. That's a great thing for someone to want to come in. Now, do they have to do it? No. For Andre, he doesn't have any children. He's not that old. He might meet another woman that he likes that doesn't have any children, and they have children together. So that's his choice, though. That would be his choice. I've seen women that have 5 kids somehow obtain a man and get married and go about their business, and they stay married and do what they do. So everybody, really is to each his own. Like I said, it's up to that individual if they're ready, if they're prepared. So honestly, that was a big highlight for me, a big takeaway that I took away, and something that really stood out. Another thing that stood out was when Tony met Morgan's brother. We'll go ahead and move on to the next episode, because it's a lot that goes on, but we'll just move on. So when Tony met Morgan's brother, I mean, he was giving him the business. He like, don't make me come for you. I know you from New York, and you got to be treating my sister right. And as he should do that, because I feel like Tony needs to know that you got somebody that got your back. Because Tony, you be doing a whole lot, sir, a whole lot. And you don't seem to understand that some things you do will definitely create a lack of trust. I feel like Morgan could not trust you. And honestly, I'm glad that Morgan did what she did. So let's go ahead, before we, get into that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the episode that aired on this previous Friday. And y'all, so this is the episode where they pick whom they're going to be with, if they're going to be with that person that they've been rocking with, or if they're going to choose, to be by themselves. So we'll start with Mercedes and Marc Anthony. So Mercedes, and oh yeah, I need to give a disclaimer at the beginning. Y'all, if you haven't watched the episode, then you need to exit, go watch it, and come back. Okay? All right, so Mercedes ended up choosing herself. She said that she wanted an anchor, and Marc Anthony, by him being, I guess he's like, has, different, I guess he has a job where he travels back and forth from New York to Miami, and that just didn't work for her. Now, my thoughts on that would be, she felt like she made the best choice for herself. Now, me personally, I do feel as if sometimes if you have that strong of a connection, which they did have a pretty strong connection, you may want to really give it a chance. They had a friendship, she said, and honestly, a friendship is so important in a relationship and in a marriage. It's hard to come by. It's very hard to come by somebody that's a solid friend on top of being a lover and everything else. So honestly, Mercedes, girl, you might want to, see what it can be. I understand he had a failed relationship before, I guess, where the long distance didn't work, but that's that situation. We have to stop bringing the past into the present. I understand he's still in the same situation, but you never know. But I will say this, Marc Anthony is very stubborn, his own words, not mine. So because she didn't go with him, he might, make some changes in his life for her. And who knows, who knows what's going to happen by the reunion show. He might change it up. They may be able to work it out. So much love to them. I thought they would be a beautiful couple. I saw the chemistry. I saw the ease of interaction with them. And so, I don't know, y'all. I mean, what y'all think? Y'all let me know down below. All right, so Cynthia and Anthony. So yes, they chose each other, and I'm gonna be honest with you all, Cynthia and Anthony are a beautiful couple. I hope they're still together by the time we get to the reunion show. I hope they really stay together. I want to see some little Cynthias and Anthonys running around. I think Anthony is definitely ready to be a husband, and I think Cynthia is definitely ready to be a wife. Now, I don't know these people personally, but from looking at their interaction and everything, the only red flag for me in the relationship of Cynthia and Anthony would be Cynthia's baby daddy. I think, is it her ex-husband? I can't remember. But either way it goes, he's like the only red flag, and it's kind of bad that he's a red flag. But he was giving Anthony and Andre the smoke. He was doing too much. So I don't know. That is the only thing I can see being an issue in their relationship. So we will see. But I hope that they're doing well, and I really love them as a couple. Andre and Jeffrey. Boy, they came dressed like, I'm like, this is a match made in heaven with the way they came dressed to the final episode. I mean, she had on her overly dramatic dress. He had on his dress pants, like shorts or, I don't know, capris. I don't know what was going on. And his sneakers, red and bright. And they were just doing a whole lot. But cute, you know. So with them two, I'm going to be honest with you all. I think, you know, aesthetically, they're a beautiful couple. I don't know. Because I'm going to be honest with you, with Andre, I don't know if he's ready to be a father. I don't know if he's ready to take on the role of 3 children, because that was really his drawback with Cynthia, is because Cynthia was very ready and he really didn't know if he was ready. So I'm just trying to figure out, how are you not ready for Cynthia, but you're ready for Jeffrey, and Jeffrey has an extra child. But, you know, so it's, to me, I feel like he's just kind of going along. And I do think he likes Jeffrey. I think he cares about her. But as far as what she wants, I mean, y'all, the highlight for me was when Jeffrey said that Andre is her biblical husband. Her biblical husband. Biblical husband, y'all. Did y'all hear her? I said, okay, girl, do your thing then. But I ain't mad, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, Andre, he looked like her, murder, Scooby-Doo. He looked like, But anyway, so we will see at the reunion if they are still together. So we will definitely see you all. You all comment below. Y'all think Jeffrey and Andre will make it? I don't know. And last but not least, Morgan and Tony. Morgan decided to choose herself. And honestly, Morgan, girl, I see your growth. I put you in one of my red flag videos because you put the nair in your ex-boyfriend's hair, and I did not think that was cool at all. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I watched your growth on the show. I don't know you personally, but I do think that you've learned a lot on your journey, and I think that you are a good person. I still think that you're a catch. I think that anyone that, you know, is in your company that gets to be with you will be getting a good person. You know, I think that when you hurt, you hurt. And I think you're very genuine when you did do what you did to your ex. I just think you were definitely not in a good headspace. But I see your growth. I see your growth on the Ready to Love show. And I'm rooting for you. I hope that you find love. I am glad that you didn't choose Tony. No shade to you, Tony. But you did a lot of things that was very questionable. And not even questionable. It's like you did things that people understand these are red flags. When you sleep with somebody. Oh yeah, y'all. That was the other highlight. I forgot about that. Tony slept with, I think the girl, Venetia. Sorry if I got her name wrong. I'm going to look it up, put it in the video. He slept with her, and he still kept going along in the dating process, the Ready to Love dating process. Now, I do know one of Uncle Tommy's, you know, requirements is, I'm quite sure that they don't sleep with people along the way. They're supposed to keep it, you know, keep it cute and see where you're at by the end. Because when you're saying you're ready to love, honestly, people, you have to build a friendship. So when you get sex involved so early, it can cloud your judgment. That nephew Tommy wouldn't want them to be doing that. So that when Tony slept with the other female that got voted off, I mean, come on, sir. And then he said that he didn't have to be with Morgan. He could be with what's the other girl's name? Marcia. Yeah, so when Tony said he doesn't have to be with Morgan, he can be with Marcia. Cannot do a bunch of things that make people question your character, your integrity, and who you are, and expect them to want to trust you and be in a relationship. Said no shade to Tony, but Tony, you got some growing to do, sir. And we all do. But you definitely don't want to get in a relationship when you're kind of all over the place. You're sleeping with this person, but then you're like, oh yeah, but I really want to be with you. And then you're telling another guy, you can take her. I don't really want her. I want somebody else. Like, that definitely sounds like a person that is not ready to love. Because when you love someone and when you're ready to love, you respect them and you respect yourself first. So if you're in a process and you're saying you're ready to love, you're not going to be sleeping around with other people, especially if it's not someone that you really truly connected to. And even if you are, it's like you signed up for a process and you need to go wholeheartedly through that process. And if that other person is still there and you didn't find anyone, like if you would have gotten voted off, or if you would have, like I said, you didn't find anyone on the Ready to Love journey, then you can go and see what else is out there. But it's very disrespectful to the process. It's very disrespectful to you as a person, as a man. It's very disrespectful to all the women on the cast for you to sleep around with someone. And disclaimer, I'm not shading or bashing Tony. I'm just telling the truth, calling a spade a spade. And don't come for me and tell me, oh, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. Yeah, we can all do what we want to do, but that doesn't make it respectful, and that doesn't make it right. We all can go out here and do a lot of things. You see people do all kinds of things in this world that is not right, but they do it anyway because they can. But, so don't look at it that way. Don't, I'm coming from a very non-biased position. I don't know you, but just the actions alone, I'm judging the actions. I'm not judging you. I'm judging what you did, those things that you did, and those things are not the things that a man that is ready to love and commit would do. Okay? All right, y'all. So now that we have done our wrap up, we know who chose who, and we know where we are at with this Ready to Love saga. I am ready, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you all. I don't buy into anything until the reunion. And even then, I'm still kind of like, a little suspect. But once the reunion comes, you really know what it is. You really know what the lick read. You really know what it be about, okay? So we're gonna wait for the reunion. I cannot wait to see like who's who and what's what. I want to see who's still together. I want to see if there's some other relationships that have sparked that we don't know about. So I'm definitely interested. So y'all, I honestly will be back. We're gonna talk about the reunion. Y'all know it. Honestly, y'all, I want to go live. I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I told y'all over here, I'm in school and I am doing a lot of different things. So, oh, you know what, y'all? I'm lying. I will not be able to go live. I just realized that. Yeah, I can't go live because, can't. But since I can't go live, I will definitely have another video uploaded, and we will go live at some point on one of these shows. There's a lot of dating shows out there, so we will definitely go live. We will definitely have a good time. Honestly, if you want to be a part of the Singlehood to Marriage family, if you want to join me on screen, on camera, me and you, go ahead and hit me on the Singlehood to Marriage Instagram. Send me a DM if you wrote a book, if you have some love-related music, if you are a relationship enthusiast, all of the above, everything in between. If you want to just share your story with the other singlehood to marriage family, something that you've been through, y'all, send me a DM and actually send me an email as well. I have my email listed below, so send me an email. Also, send me a DM on, actually, you know what? Send me an email. I don't want to get started with the DMs. So we'll do emails. I will leave the Singlehood to Marriage email below. Go ahead and send that email over and we will set up something. And yeah, so I love you all so much. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to check out our Dear series, you all. It is an amazing series. I'm having such a great time with it. Shout out to everybody that has been tuning in. Don't forget you all to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, all of them. Send them this video. Let them know about Ready to Love. Y'all tune in for the finale that is coming up this Friday. We're going to all be having our popcorn and our tea, and we're going to see what it do. All right, I love y'all so much, and I'm going to get out of here. I will see you all in the next video.